you're coming on stream using your audience and your status in order to make your baby mama look bad, as if we gonna go pick up Halo and be like, no, give me the baby. Daryl needs him. No, okay? Hey girl, hey, and welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jordyn Nevaeh. And today we are talking about bitter baby daddies, okay? I don't know about y'all, but I kid you not, every time I open up my motherfucking phone, I'm seeing restraining order this, domestic violence that. It's literally always something, and it really raises the question, what the hell is wrong with these niggas, okay? Now we been knew that when it comes to emotional regulation, niggas do not score very high. Okay, so it is what it is, but I feel like lately the men of the entertainment industry have just been showing the crack of their ass. So today we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna see if by the end of this we can answer our question: what the hell is wrong with these niggas? Okay. So, number one is DDG and Halle. Well, more so DDG. Okay? So, we all know that at the end of last year, DDG and Halle broke up. Are we surprised? No, we are not. I feel like as soon as the baby enters the picture, it's just like everything goes to shit. I don't know what it is, but it's some scurry shit. Shit. What is it about the baby? When bitches is pregnant, you know what I'm saying? We taking pictures of the bump and we just so excited. We so happy. As soon as the baby entered the world. And that's pretty much what happened here. It was given, everything was copacetic. And then we get posts like this where people are announcing the end of their relationship, and DDG is no different. He made his statement asking for support and all this shit while they figure out co-parenting and ask for our understanding. But I think that DDG should have been a little bit more understanding. And that is why he is the first baby daddy on the chopping block today. Okay. On May 13th, Halle filed a restraining order on doo-doo garbage. And when it comes to the statements that she's made in her filing, I feel like what she put in it made a lot of stuff make a lot more sense. And I'm gonna break it down. Stick with me. So let's take it back. So one of the more recent incidents with DDG and Halle was March, right? When Halle and Halo had RSV, right? And what did DDG do? He got on stream and he got the bitching and moaning like, Halle won't let me see my son. Okay, all that other happy horse shit. Knowing goddamn well that her and Halo were sick. But he conveniently forgets to mention that. But of course he had to try to make Halle look bad. And I think that was one of the first times that I feel like we've seen him really be petty when it comes to him and Halle. We knew that DDG was a petty nigga, okay? If you've been tuned in to YouTube for a while, then you already know. DDG been making content and trolling and being annoying since I was in the 9th grade, okay? It just kind of is what it is. But seeing him be petty towards his baby mama, who he's only spoken highly of, was kind of like, and it kind of put a bad taste in my mouth about him, but it is what it is. One of the common things that people were saying all throughout the situation was, nigga, go to court. Like, you're coming on stream, using your audience and your status and things like that in order to make your baby mama look bad, as if we gonna go pick up Halo and be like, no, give me the baby. Daryl needs him. No, okay? So if it was that serious, everybody was like, go to court. But he didn't want to do it. Not for real, for real. And it makes sense now. In the court documents, Halle alleges that before the RSV situation, DDG came to get Halo, and when he came to do so, Halle asked him, when do you plan on bringing him back? Because, surprise, surprise, DDG, whenever it's convenient for him, he wants to go get his son, and he likes to act like he's in no rush to bring him back. Halle followed him outside, helping him put Halo in his car seat, and he's calling her everything but a child of God, and ends up driving away with her and Halo in the car because she didn't want to leave him with DDG because he was acting like a madman. So she didn't want him driving off with her son, and I feel like rightfully so. Okay, so he ends up driving off with both of them. They get back to his house, and all in all, they get into a physical altercation, leaving her tooth chipped and her all bruised up. This was in January. The RSV situation was in March. Halle has ring camera footage of that day and their interaction, of him taking her phone, throwing her phone, calling her names, and just treating her all bad. And I think that he knew that and wasn't trying to deal with it. What's throwing me is the amount of people who get on this here social media and go, OMG, DDG would never. No, not Daryl. And I think that is insane. You don't know what that nigga would do. You don't know Daryl. I don't get me wrong, I don't know Daryl either. But these court documents and the literal pictures are telling a different story. And I think it's really insensitive, and I think it's really weird to look at the pictures and still open your mouth to say he didn't do it, or there's something else going on. She didn't give herself the bruises. I'm getting ahead of myself. We only see the goofy DDG, the DDG that's trolling niggas and just being his little cornball self. We don't know the version of him that Halle is seeing. So for that reason, I just feel like it's mandatory that we side with the victim until we are proven otherwise. Speaking of the version of DDG that we don't see, I'm starting to think we might be seeing a few glimpses. Let's take a look.
Where's Halo at?
What do you mean? He's sleeping, he's in bed, RN.
Give me my fucking son back.
What? Why are you acting like this? What have I ever done for you to act like I'm some sort of monster that would keep your son from you?
Because you don't know how to respect me and you disrespect me in public over a fucking Usher concert. Where is my son at? I'm taking my son.
I don't want anyone but you.
Okay, well, this is gonna happen. How about with Halo, I keep him. How about we go to court about Halo and I'll put you on child support? Let's do that.
You're gonna take my son away from me because I won't block Usher on Instagram? You gotta be joking, right? Please tell me you're not serious, RN.
I'm dead ass serious. You know that I don't play.
And this is the hill you are willing to die on? You'll take my son away and try to make me pay you child support because I won't block Usher on one of my socials for no reason?
That's exactly what the fuck I said. So block his Instagram right now, okay? I'm just gonna ask you one more time. You know that I'm live. Please just stop embarrassing me.
You're embarrassing yourself, RN. You are acting ridiculous. I cannot believe I'm having this discussion with you. You'd really do all of this over a celebrity? When I'm marrying you, you're the worst I've ever seen you right now.
Okay, we don't need to be together then. We don't need to be together.
Arguing with an AI version of her. Like, do you realize how crazy you look? Like, yo, what? And it's just like he's speaking, like, you can say it's a joke, but I just think it's strange. So yeah, I think that the way that he's carrying himself is kind of like proving what she's putting in the documents a little bit true. If he's tweaking like this on the internet, ain't no telling what version of him she's seeing behind closed doors. And I think another thing that people fail to bring up, and maybe they do, you know, when there's a child involved, you will see a totally different version of somebody. DDG in his mind probably really thinks that like he just loves his son and he just feels so strongly about his son. And while that very well may be true, it doesn't make it right. And I think that when there's a child involved, you just see a whole different version of somebody. So I think that's another reason why people should really stop with the whole DDG would never. Because, child, once there's a baby involved in some shit, ain't no telling. I also want to touch on some other takes, and I think that Dub has some of the worst takes, and I wish he would shut the fuck up. And I get it, that's your brother. I think that anybody would want to stick up for their sibling, but I think it gets to a point where it's like, you can't prove either that he didn't do it. So I just think that when you look at her bruises, it's hard to say for a fact, oh, he didn't do it, oh, he didn't do it. So I think that you should just shut up. Like, just shut up. But like I said, his takes are complete shit. So let's look.
He'd see me woo up. He'd be like, damn, can't wait to get Halo. And that's off the internet. I'm gonna be honest, and this is gonna hurt my heart to say, and it's literally making me like hella emotional. Bro, that's why my brother streams, bro. That's why my brother streams, because he can't see Halo how he want to, bro. That's why y'all see my brother on stream until he goes to sleep. And this shit kind of like low-key fucking up. I'm not gonna lie. Wait. I'm not gonna lie. Hold on, child. I don't wanna be like fucking emotional on camera type shit. But
because Halle said in the documents herself that she's been trying to get on the schedule when it comes to DDG and his motherfucking baby, and he don't entertain it. He's not trying to, you know what I'm saying? He's not trying to fall in line. So it's very clear that when Dub says, oh, he can't see the baby when he wants, why would he? When he has two parents, no, he can't see. Why would he see the baby whenever he wants? No, if his mother is the primary parent and she has the majority of the time, then he needs to get on the motherfucking schedule and work it out. I'm a child of divorce. You got to get on the schedule. I know, I've been there. You got to get on the schedule. You don't get to just, oh, I want the kid right now, I'm about to just come get him. You don't know what she got planned. Like, so it's like he got his family, he got his family drinking his Kool-Aid too. Like, oh, poor Daryl, he can get the baby whenever he wants. So, you know what? Maybe he could have Halo even more if he wasn't being such an asshole to Halle. And whenever she was like, yeah, when you gonna bring him back, he wasn't like talking to her crazy and everything else like that. If she could know for a fact that when DDG leaves with her baby, that he's gonna be back at a certain time and she don't even gotta worry about it, she probably wouldn't mind letting him pick up his son when he feels like it. But whenever you come pick him up, you picking at her and you trying to not tell her when you gonna bring him back and everything else. No, nigga, you can't get him. You more worried about picking at Halle. If you were really worried about your son and spending time with him, you wouldn't be treating his mama like that, because having a good relationship with her is going to make spending time with your son even easier. But that's not important enough to you. And that's why I think that he's a bitter baby daddy. He would rather fuck around and mess with Halle more than really put his son first and say, you know what, that's your mama. I'm going to treat her with utmost respect, because when I want to come get him on a random Wednesday, if she ain't doing nothing, I want to be able to do it with no problem. Clearly, that's not how he's going about it, and that's why he's not seeing him. But, sure, get on the internet and cry. Because instead of changing how you're going to move, how you want to move, you would rather get on the internet and or be on your soapbox around other people so that they can come to the internet and vouch for you. It's corny, but let's continue.
Listen, let me say this, bro. Do you think that my brother would hit a fucking movie star? Do you think that my brother would beat a fucking movie star? Are y'all fucking serious?
Terrible take. Terrible take. He didn't say, oh, my brother would never hit a woman. All I've ever seen was Daryl just be a stand-up man. No, he said, you think my brother would hit a fucking movie star? Nigga. That's not the point. That's not the point. And you know what he very well mean that, you know what I'm saying, he would never hit a woman, etc., etc. But the wording is just so off. And because you don't really know how to say what you're trying to say, you should just say nothing. Like getting having the wrong person come to bat for you can really just make your situation worse. That's like getting in trouble for some, like, that's like a nigga getting in trouble for some, like, for like essay or something, and then R. Kelly come out and be like, whoa, you think he would do that? He would never do that. What the fuck? Like, yo. No. Like, yo, not today. I see what you're trying to do, but you're not helping. And I feel like that's what Dub is doing. You think my brother would hit a movie star? How about I would hope he just wouldn't hit a woman in general. Okay. Shut the fuck up. And, oh, another thing. It's really blowing me, this video that's circulating about Halle talking about her admitting that she's the problem. Watch it.
In a relationship, I think I have anxious attachment style. Everybody knows I'm an Aries. I'm a fire sign. I get very passionate. I seem nice online and innocent and everything, but you guys do not know. I will go to battle with my yelling, with my words, everything. I'm good at that, right? And if I gotta yell or check anyone, that's what I gotta do. That's just the way I be.
Clap back or sit back. I always have to choose clap back. I'm sorry. I'm a very kind person, but if somebody pokes at me or the people that I love, it's over for you. I'm an Aries. Sorry.
Never have I ever started drama with my boyfriend for no reason.
Put it down.
I've, you know. I'm territorial. I'm a jealous girlfriend. I'm a territorial girlfriend. Where you go, who are you with? That's me.
I am nosy, number one. And number two, I like drama. I just don't like drama in my life, but I love watching it in other people's. So
that pisses me off because point me to the part of the video that would justify him putting his hands on her. Allegedly putting his hands on her. I think that video says more about the person who created it and is really trying to use it to defend DDG. I think it says more about that person more than it says anything about Halle. She says she's ready to go to war with her words. What woman isn't? What person isn't? You know what I'm saying? Especially in a relationship. What person isn't ready to do that? And I think Halle said that DDG was like her first real relationship. Come on. Okay? And even if she did cuss him out, does that mean that he has the right to put his hands on her? Like, I'm confused on, like, come on, let's not do that. Okay? That video pisses me the fuck off. Like, everybody shut up. Shut up. Things have clearly gotten out of control. And it sucks. And I really do actually hope they figure it out and that Halle is able to stay safe And, you know, her and Halo are good. You know what I'm saying? The drama is not necessary. But as of right now, Halle was granted the restraining order and temporary custody. So it seems like so far so good. Praying for her in the whole situation, because honestly, Halo needs both of his parents. He deserves both of his parents. But I think that DDG needs to look at it like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you know that your son deserves you in a relationship with you, then that should outweigh all of the petty shit. But if you can't respect his mama, if you're making his mama feel unsafe, then you can't be mad that you can't see him. Period. Oh, and also, never mind. Let's go to the next person. Next on the chopping block, we got Skai Jackson's baby daddy, Yerkky Yerkky. Yeah, that nigga. And I just think this is so insane. I think this is crazy, but let's get into it. I don't think we can talk about baby daddies who have lost their marbles without talking about Skai Jackson's YN and her baby daddy, who she recently filed a restraining order against. Like, what the fuck? So this relationship never made sense to me, like, ever in any way. Every time I would see them in the blogs, I would just be like, bro, what the fuck? Like, Skai, what are you doing with him? What are you doing? Ever since they popped out, it's been some bullshit. You remember this? Now, we don't know what the situation was about, but girl, you are a public figure, and he's okay with having you outside looking a mess. I don't like that. Remember when he had her arrested? Well, he didn't have her arrested, but she was arrested behind some bullshit with him on some domestic battery bullshit. Seems like since she's gone public with him, he has done nothing but, I don't want to say he tarnished her brand, but I feel like he kind of casted a little dark cloud over it, if I'm being completely honest. Like, in the end, like, he just hasn't helped her image or her brand progress in any way, shape, or form. Now she's literally being looked at like the Disney star who deals with hood niggas for no reason. Why are you doing that? But it's unfortunate because it just really goes to show that, you know, who you align yourself with matters. Like, we don't get to see everything, but it matters that the things that we are seeing is not really positive for her. Like, she was actually just in a movie, I think, but I feel like we've known more about the drama that she's had with her baby daddy more than the things going on with her career. And I think that is what's really unfortunate, when you have a man in your life that does not care about your image or your career. Like, sir, we all know she's the breadwinner, but you are okay with bringing drama to her life and tarnishing, you know, dirtying up her image a little bit. For what? Like, I just feel like he should care more, and I feel like he doesn't, and I think that's something that makes him bitter to me. But let's get into this restraining order, okay? So Skai Jackson is alleging that before she gave birth, she went through a 6-month period where she was getting assaulted weekly. She said that he would choke her, scratch her, slam her head into walls. Like, what the fuck? Breaking her phone, breaking her TV. Like, this nigga was literally losing his fucking marbles. Mother's Day, shit came to a head. She also alleged that while she was pregnant, he tried to make her drink bleach to unalive their child, and threatened her with a knife and threatened to poke her if she screamed for help. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me? This man has completely lost his mind, but it raises the question of, like, when did he really ever have one? Because he is a frequent jail visitor, is he not? Like, hasn't he been locked up, like, several times? Like, clearly the head he has on his shoulders is not screwed on very tightly. So it's just so unfortunate, and I really want better for her. But I can't lie, I definitely think she is a type. I'm not gonna get into the rumors, but if you were there, then you know you know. Skai Jackson got a thing for a roughneck, okay? But I think that with Yerkky, I think she bit off more than she could chew, because he's not just a hood nigga, like he's fucking crazy. So she needs to get the fuck out. And just in childish nigga fashion, here's what he has to say. I don't even have nothing to say. I don't have nothing to say. All I can say actually is I just hope that she gets the restraining order, and I just hope that her and her baby can move the fuck on, because clearly this man does not care about her. He does not care about how he's affecting her image, how he's affecting her mental health. She just gave birth to the baby. The baby just came out the oven. The nigga's still warm. Just came out the oven. And it just doesn't matter to him. So she needs to get the fuck. Seriously. And I don't like how people are bringing up, like, oh, she just posted him on his birthday. I'm like, what is this? And honestly, I'm not surprised by that. Not at all. Now, this is just what I think, and I could be wrong. So, let me know what you think in the comments. But I don't think she posted him on his birthday because she wanted to. I think that she did it to please him, stroke his ego, and kind of get some cool points with him. And I say that because if he's really abusive like this, there's a certain level of like unpredictability that comes with like abuse and things like that. Men be real hot and cold. You know what I'm saying? And I don't doubt for a second that she posted him just to please him in a moment. You know what I'm saying? Especially because he posted her on her birthday. And we all know abusive niggas who desire control and everything else, they make a big deal out of everything. Ain't no telling. He posted her on her birthday. If she didn't post him, she probably would have heard about it. I don't doubt it for a second. So I don't think that saying, oh, well, she was just posting him, so I don't think that holds any weight. I think she just did it to please him, but that's just me though. That's my my theory, my hypothesis, I guess. So yeah. And there are a few other baby daddies that have been on my nerves recently. I could have got into Dub because I think that the whole thing with Brittany, I think that he's bitter because she wants to move away. I'm not gonna get into it though. I'm not gonna get into it. But maybe another day, I don't know. But I'm gonna stop it there. Let's start some discourse in the comments. Let's talk about it. And yeah, so that's all for my videos today. I will be back with another video next week. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.